What is going on, y'all? This is John Alsace with Face Mask Fantasy, bringing you new up-to-date fantasy content every day on our YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed already and you like winning your fantasy league, then hit that button. Seriously, what are you doing with your life? But without further ado, I want to get into some news that came out about Michael Thomas and how that affects one of my favorite players coming into 2021. Now, news came out yesterday. Michael Thomas had surgery to repair ankle ligaments in June, and reports are that it's a procedure that comes with a 4-month recovery timetable. So realistically, we're expecting an October return for Michael Thomas, which means week 4 at the earliest if he got that work done on June 1st. If he got that work done on June 1st, then theoretically a 4-month timetable puts him at week 4, which takes place on October 3rd. But if he got that done closer to the end of the month, we're looking at week 8, November 7th. And that's if he doesn't have any setbacks in his recovery. And even still, when he comes back, he may not be 100% when he's on the field. Michael Thomas is going to need to cut in and out of breaks. So if his ankle is not 100% when he steps back on the field, his efficiency is going to go down regardless. So not only am I obviously off of Michael Thomas because I expect him to be out for 7 to 8 weeks, even when he comes back, I don't think he's going to be at 100%. So I'm just 100% out on Michael Thomas. But what does that mean for the rest of the skill position players? Obviously, Michael Thomas's absence means an enormous target share for Alvin Kamara. And we're all wondering which one of the wide receivers is going to pick up the slack in the meantime. It could be Marquez Callaway, it could be Traquan Smith. But I think we should be looking at the tight end more than the wide receiver, as we know for a fact, without question, Adam Trautman will be on the field for the majority of snaps as the Saints let go of both Jared Cook and Josh Hill in the offseason. Now, we were all already hype about Trautman coming into the season, but let's start with the basics. The Saints traded up with the Vikings to select Adam Trautman, and they selected him with the 105th pick in the 2020 draft. They traded picks 130, 169, 203, and 244 to the Vikings to get 105. They traded away the rest of the draft. They basically said after 105, we're cool, we don't need anybody else, we got Adam Trautman. So right there, that's an extreme vote of confidence. But he's 6'5", 255. He was a 4-year starting tight end at Dayton. His receiving production improved every year at Dayton, ending with 916 yards and 14 touchdowns across 11 games as a redshirt senior. He carries an 8.76 relative athletic score, or RAS. He has a 97th percentile college dominator rating, which is crazy. He has a 66th percentile breakout age, 58th percentile spark score. He has the aforementioned day 2 draft capital, which tends to be a pretty good indicator of NFL success. He does not have the blazing speed. He clocked in at 4.8 in the 40. However, the other aspects of his athleticism allow him to be a threat down the seams, particularly against linebackers. So Trautman appears to check every box you like to see in a prospect coming out of college. He's 6'5" again, so he should be a great red zone threat for whoever plays quarterback for the Saints. And as a rookie behind Trautman and Josh Hill, he saw very limited offensive snaps, but he caught 15 receptions on 16 targets for 171 yards and a touchdown. He caught 93.8% of his targets. That is a great way to secure more playing time. And I don't think I'm projecting him to catch 90% of his passes again. I do think that's going to drop, but it could drop to around the 80-85% range, and I'm taking that every day. With the departure of both Jared Cook and Josh Hill again, his position will be unquestioned. He's going to be the Saints' starting tight end in 2021. And over the last 3 seasons, the tight end position for the Saints has an average target share of 18%. Obviously, that's going to change with the QB change, but Michael Thomas is now going to be out again for the first 6 to 8 weeks. And that's if there's no setbacks. So the starters at wide receiver again, Traquan Smith and Marquez Callaway, who are obviously not highly touted. We could obviously see them bring in somebody like Golden Tate, that has been speculated, but I expect for the duration of games that they do not have Michael Thomas out there, we could see 30% target share for the tight end. Now the QB must be taken into account. And I'm not a big fan of Taysom Hill, but if the QB ends up being Jameis, and I think it is, full time, I'm super excited for Trautman here because Jameis has always produced tight end ones in the seasons where he played on the Bucs. Listen to this. In 2016, Cameron Brate was the tight end 5. In 2017, Cameron Brate was the tight end 8, and O.J. Howard was the tight end 14 in the same year in his rookie season. In 2018, O.J. Howard was the TE 7, and Brate finished TE 19. So it looks like he can support a top 5 tight end if there's nobody else in the room, or if there's 2 solid tight ends there. He's producing a low-end tight end 1 and a tight end 2. Now, since there is nobody else of consequence on this roster at the tight end position, that leads to me thinking that if Jameis is going to be the quarterback, then Adam Trautman should be looked at as a top 8 option with top 5 upside. Jameis is a yardage machine. He finished QB3 in 2018 despite throwing a league-leading amount of interceptions. He also loves to look the tight end's way in the red zone. And last but not least, this defense will be worse this year after losing Janoris Jenkins and Trey Hendrickson. Janoris Jenkins being a cornerback and Trey Hendrickson being a defensive end. So they'll be throwing more to stay in games, but they lost their best pass catcher. Trautman is going to be on the field for the majority of snaps because they have no one else at the position, and he's an incredible blocker. One thing I did not mention in this video is that Pro Football Focus ranked Adam Trautman with an 84.1 run blocking grade this past season, which was the best among all NFL tight ends. Something I forgot to mention. So he's never coming off the field, great blocker, improved every year as a receiver in college, has all the measurables in the world, ticks all the boxes from an analytics perspective, and now theoretically in New Orleans the offense could run through Trautman for a good 6 to 8 games. He's almost a sure bet to outperform his current price in pretty much all formats. His trade value is too low. His ADP is too low in all formats. I don't even have to look at the numbers for this guy at this point as to where he's being drafted. He's not being drafted as a top 10 tight end, but he will finish top 10 with this Michael Thomas news, especially if, as I predict, Jameis Winston's going to be the quarterback here. He was already a dark horse before this happened. This news just puts it way over the top for me. I'm all in on Trautman. I traded him away in this offseason because I was tight end rich and felt like I could afford to, and I'm kicking myself. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think Adam Trautman's going to blow up like I do in light of this Michael Thomas news? Put your thoughts in the comment section below. My name is John Alsace. This is Face Mask Fantasy. Once again, bringing you new up-to-date fantasy content every day. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.